Let's get into this one. Hello. Oh, we're talking at the same time.
Yeah. I'm Queen Lenore.
Now I'm live.
And this is the Love and Live Show.
Are you living? And are you loving?
Each day as if it were your last.
Let's get into this one.
Okay, L&L crew, we ready?
Relationship or semi-relationship advice, dating advice.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Should you still try to ask a girl out even though she says she's busy? Not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row. She's one busybody.
I'm going to say no.
And I'm going to have to agree with you, and I'm going to say no. Now, okay, I will start.
Go ahead.
Now, she could be busy, but I feel like you would know if she's busy. So it depends on your prior relationship. Where did you meet her? Is this like a texting thing? Did you meet her on a dating app? Did you meet her in person? You know where she worked? Blah, blah, blah. So depending on your background, it's a little bit different. But you should be able to kind of tell if she's really busy. There's a lot going on. She's not being able to text, or she got to work overtime. All this, depending on your conversation, you will know. But if we're talking about the start of anything and she's constantly busy, that means she's simply just not interested. There's no other way to put it. Now, if you're saying twice, I feel like twice is the cutoff point. If it's 3 already, 3 strikes you're out. It's the same method with the dating. So let's not get into, making yourself look too desperate. I mean, I know it's kind of difficult when you're in that situation because it's like, I really want this, I could see something here. But they might not be seeing something there. And, you might go off to the next relationship. Then they want to start. People are crazy. People are complex. And you're not going to understand it. But I would say leave it alone for the moment. And I say probably not for the moment. Just leave it alone in general. Now, if there's some new revelation about 5 years ahead and, now you're completely clear, they're completely clear, and they're in a different time in their life, then I pick it up. But I wouldn't instantly go back to being able to be like in that mode. Yeah. And showing that same level of interest. Because, they didn't want it before. Now they want it now. You kind of missed out on that golden opportunity. And you don't want to ever make yourself too accessible. Because that is not it. You can be walked on and all this type of stuff. So that is my opinion on it. And now for the queen herself.
Oh yeah, I say if she's that busy, then you're not going to even get quality time to be in a relationship with her in the beginning because she's too busy. She's too busy even to get on the first date. You can't even think about a relationship. And regardless what people want to say, is in the beginning of every relationship, you want to spend some quality time with this person in the beginning. And then you guys can say we can see each other maybe once a week or twice a week after we have built a momentum in this relationship. But you too busy to even go on a date with me. That means you're going to be too busy even to be dealing with a relationship with me. We ain't even going to make it to a relationship because you're too busy. So no, you need to let it go. Now, when she ain't so busy, tell her to call you. Well, when you're not so busy and you have time, call me. And I'll leave it like that because then I'll open her eyes. Because sometimes women she can be really, really busy. Or she's in this mode of, I'm tired of men and I'm going to see how much you really want to be with me. You got to chase. But there's got to be a limit too. To say, you have to give me some kind of feedback. Because especially I'm old school. And with my old school self, I don't call a guy. I don't do this and that. So I have to always make sure to let that guy know that I am interested in him and in other ways, since I'm not going to do the typical of calling a man. I'll call a man after he calls me and I say, I'm going to call you right back. Then I'll call him right back from that conversation. But you're not going to ever see me call a guy first. You're not going to, see me go out of place. I'm not doing Dutch for lunches and dinners and stuff like that. You paying for it and all that other stuff. So I got to make sure on my part to keep him understanding that I'm still interested, but I'm not going to sweat you. I'm not going to chase you. You're going to always have to chase me because that's your position as a man in my relationship. And that's how I look at it. Not my thing is she's not giving anything back.
There's no feedback.
Yeah, so you're not getting anything for you to keep throwing the rod out there to try to catch the fish. There's no fish in the pond that you're throwing this thing in. So take your fishing pole and go and find another pond and throw your hook in there. Because this one ain't giving you nothing. She ain't giving you nothing. And you keep throwing your hook in there. The fish, the worm is still on it. She ain't even looking it that way. So don't. Move on. That's all. I'm an advocate of what's right, and I just think right now she's not into a relationship at this moment. She might be starting her new business, and that's her new baby, and her mind has to be focused on that, and she don't have time, which is understandable. It could be many of different things. She could be just hurt and need some healing time. There's a lot of different stuff, but don't keep chasing her and all that, because pretty soon you look needy. You look like you're going to be more of a problem than a help. So don't do it.
No.
Let that go.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so we agree. I'm going to get that very out there because Elijah makes sure to not agree with me all the time. So, look at where we at now. He agrees with me. Woohoo! High five it. Because tomorrow, it's a different subject. Okay, you can end it.
All right. That's the end. So remember to love and live each day as if it were your last. Smooches. Love and Live Show.
The Love and Live Show. The True Love and Live. Tell you how you feel. We out.